What can you say about Donald Sterling in the NBA that hasn't already been said? Well, there are a couple of things that come to mind for me. One is that it's a great example of what can happen to a company when a rogue employee or someone who's an insider gets into trouble in your organization, because he's very much a part of the fabric of the NBA. And I think very few people have really talked about what this means for the NBA rather than what it means for the Clippers in particular, or for the owner and what happens to him. And my fear is that we don't think enough about how rogue behavior by insiders can affect our organizations. I think the commissioner did a great job of trying to figure out how to handle this, and no one can fault Adam Silver for how quickly he handled it within a matter of days, and how obvious he was trying to make the point that this is not going to be tolerated in the NBA. But will the NBA be able to survive this, and will its reputation be intact when this is all over? We still have him owning the team. We haven't changed that. And we still don't have enough evidence to support that this sort of thing isn't widespread and that we have other incidents of this out there. So here's what I would recommend. One, if you are an organization that has been under attack in the way the NBA has been under attack, try not to localize it to a problem that is just about, in this case, the LA Clippers. This is a problem that he could have made a point about for not just the NBA, but for all organized sports, whether we're talking about someone who is racist or someone, for instance, who is against gay people playing athletics. And I think this is something he could have made a bigger point about. The second thing is to make the point that this kind of behavior is not going to be tolerated today, and that there's a code of conduct that is in place in the organization that you can point to. And we didn't really see that. We don't see kind of an approach that the organization has, a value system that's in play. We see a one-off as a result of an incredible debate that was sparked. And then finally, I think what everyone is looking for when an incident like this happens is, how are things going to be different in the future? How is the organization going to prevent the kind of thing that happened with the LA Clippers and Donald Sterling? How are we sure that that won't happen again in some other kind of endeavor related to what's going on in the NBA? I think if you can do that, your organization will have a much better chance of surviving a crisis like the one the NBA has gone through in the long run.